Have you ever wondered why that quick dopamine hit from scrolling always leaves you feeling more empty than before? You tell yourself it's just 5 minutes of harmless browsing, but 2 hours later you're staring at the ceiling, wondering where your energy went. If you're tired of this cycle, stealing your focus and potential, keep watching, because I'm about to show you why lust will never bring you joy and what actually will. Here's what most guys don't understand. Lust isn't just about explicit content. It's about that constant craving for instant gratification that's hijacking your brain and stealing your potential. In the next 9 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why lust is the enemy of genuine happiness, how it's rewiring your brain to crave emptiness, and most importantly, the 3-step system I use to redirect that energy into building something meaningful. And by the way, I'm not some monk preaching from a monastery. I'm a guy who's been exactly where you are, who's felt that cycle of craving and disappointment, and who's discovered there's a much better way to live. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you indulged in lust and felt genuinely satisfied afterward? Not just for a few seconds, but truly fulfilled, for hours or days. I'm willing to bet the answer is never. And there's a scientific reason for this. Lust operates on what psychologists call the hedonic treadmill. You get a quick hit of dopamine, that feel-good chemical, but it fades almost immediately. Then your brain demands more. It's like being thirsty and drinking salt water. The more you drink, the thirstier you become. But here's where it gets really insidious. Every time you give in to lust, you're training your brain to seek the easiest possible reward. You're literally rewiring your neural pathways to crave instant gratification over long-term satisfaction. Think about the most successful men you know, the entrepreneurs building empires, the athletes pushing their limits, the artists creating masterpieces. Do you think they got there by chasing quick dopamine hits? Or by learning to delay gratification and channel their energy into something meaningful? The truth is, lust is the opposite of joy. Joy comes from growth, from building, from connecting with others on a deep level. Lust is consumption without creation. It's taking without giving. It's the fast food of emotional experiences. It might taste good for a moment, but it leaves you malnourished and craving more. Now let's talk about what lust is actually costing you. And I'm not talking about money, though that's part of it. I'm talking about the hidden costs that most guys never calculate. First, there's your focus. Every minute you spend consumed by lustful thoughts is a minute stolen from your goals. You know that feeling when you're trying to work on something important, but your mind keeps wandering? That's not just distraction, that's your brain seeking the easy dopamine hit instead of doing the hard work of creation. Second, there's your energy. Lust is an energy vampire. It sucks the life force right out of you. Have you ever noticed how drained you feel after indulging? That's not just guilt. That's your body telling you that you've wasted precious energy that could have been used to build something amazing. Third, there's your relationships. When you're constantly seeking satisfaction from artificial sources, you lose the ability to connect authentically with real people. You start seeing others as objects for your gratification rather than human beings worthy of genuine connection. But here's the cost that really gets me fired up: your potential. Every successful man I know has one thing in common. They've learned to channel their sexual energy into their mission. They've discovered that the same drive that creates lust can create empires when properly directed. You have that same energy inside you right now. The question is, are you going to waste it on temporary pleasure, or are you going to use it to build the life you actually want? Let me blow your mind with some science. Your brain doesn't distinguish between lust and cocaine. I'm not exaggerating. Both trigger the same reward pathways, flood your system with dopamine, and create the same cycle of craving and tolerance. Here's what happens. When you indulge in lust, your brain releases a massive amount of dopamine. But over time, your brain adapts. It starts producing less dopamine naturally, and it needs more and more stimulation to achieve the same high. This is called tolerance, and it's the same mechanism behind every addiction. But here's the really scary part. This doesn't just affect your response to lustful content, it affects your response to everything. Your brain becomes less sensitive to the natural pleasures of life, a beautiful sunset, a good conversation, the satisfaction of completing a challenging project. Everything starts to feel dull compared to the artificial high of lust. The good news, your brain is incredibly plastic. It can rewire itself, but only if you give it the chance. When you stop feeding your brain artificial dopamine hits, something amazing happens. Your natural dopamine sensitivity returns. Suddenly, the simple pleasures of life become incredibly satisfying again. A good workout feels amazing. A meaningful conversation lights you up. The progress you make on your goals becomes genuinely exciting. This is what I call dopamine detox, and it's the foundation of everything I'm about to teach you. Here's my 3-step system for redirecting lustful energy into something that actually serves you. Step 1. Recognize and redirect. The moment you feel lust creeping in, don't fight it. Fighting creates resistance, and resistance creates obsession. Instead, recognize it for what it is: energy seeking an outlet. Then immediately redirect that energy into physical movement. Do 20 push-ups. Go for a run. Hit the gym. Take a cold shower. The key is to move your body immediately. This breaks the mental pattern and gives your energy a productive outlet. Step 2. Replace with purpose. Here's where most guys fail. They try to eliminate lust without replacing it with something better. Nature abhors a vacuum. If you don't fill that space with something meaningful, lust will come rushing back. So ask yourself, what's your mission? What are you building? What legacy do you want to leave? Every time you feel that lustful energy, channel it directly into your purpose. Write down your goals. Work on your business. Learn a new skill. Create something. The same energy that drives lust is the same energy that drives creation. You're just choosing a different target. Step 3. Reward progress, not consumption. This is crucial. You need to retrain your brain's reward system. Instead of rewarding yourself for consuming content, reward yourself for creating value. Finished a challenging workout? That's worth celebrating. Completed a difficult project? That deserves recognition. Had a meaningful conversation with someone you care about? That's real satisfaction. Start keeping a win journal. Every day, write down 3 things you accomplished that moved you closer to your goals. This trains your brain to seek the dopamine hit from achievement rather than consumption. I want you to imagine something. Imagine waking up tomorrow with crystal clear focus. Imagine sitting down to work and being completely present, completely engaged. Imagine looking at yourself in the mirror and feeling proud of the man you're becoming. This isn't fantasy. This is what happens when you stop wasting your energy on lust and start investing it in your growth. I've seen guys transform their entire lives using this system. Guys who were stuck in dead-end jobs suddenly finding the motivation to start their own businesses. Guys who struggled with relationships suddenly attracting amazing partners because they've learned to value genuine connection over superficial gratification. The energy you're currently wasting on lust, that's the same energy that could build your dream life. The focus you're scattering on meaningless content, that's the same focus that could master any skill you choose. You have everything you need inside you right now. You just need to stop giving it away to things that don't serve you. For the next 7 days, every time you feel lustful energy, use my 3-step system. Recognize and redirect. Replace with purpose. Reward progress. And here's the thing. You're not alone in this journey. In the school community, I can help you fight lust, ask your questions, and get support for everything you're working on. So join the community now. Remember, lust promises joy, but delivers emptiness. Purpose promises challenge, but delivers fulfillment. Choose wisely. Your future self is counting on the decision you make right now. Don't let him down.